After we got home, my mom gave my dad an earful over the phone. Feeling helpless, my dad replaced the general manager in City A with a handsome, straight as an arrow guy. Lily was detained for a few days and returned much more subdued. My homeroom teacher, realizing what had happened that day, voluntarily turned in the red envelope from Biao Song and did not face any disciplinary action. Perhaps out of guilt, the teacher assigned me a solo dance. In front of all the students, Lily said graciously, "That's only fair." I was blinded by greed back then, and I owe Nina. This time, I'll voluntarily step aside and let Nina have the solo. Once again, she received unanimous praise from both students and teachers. I thought she might try something sneaky behind the scenes, but after several days with no movement, I gradually let my guard down. During the rehearsal the day before the school anniversary, all the girls in the school gathered around the stage to watch Vincent. Vincent was the hottest singer-dancer of the moment, and on top of that, he had a strikingly handsome face. When he danced, he was the epitome of masculinity. I had fought hard to secure a good spot and was staring, unblinking, at my idol dancing. Ryan handed me a tissue with a look of disdain. Watch the drool. When I didn't react, he reached out and wiped the corner of my mouth. Do you like him? Of course. This is Vincent we're talking about, the nation's husband. As soon as the words left my mouth, I felt a chill over my head. Looking up, I met Ryan's icy gaze. Don't even think about it. He's your third brother, your real brother. His original name was Joshua.
Huh.
My idol turned out to be my real brother? What kind of surreal experience is this? I almost shouted, "Give me back my husband." On stage, Vincent struck his final pose, and the audience erupted in cheers. Lily, look. Vincent is looking right at us. Could it be he's really here for you? I turned around and saw Lily not far behind me, her face flushed and her eyes downcast. Keep your voice down. Don't let anyone else hear. My brother doesn't like people knowing about our relationship. Hearing that, I almost gagged. How shameless can you get? A sharp scream pierced the air, and I turned to look at Vincent. At some point, Vincent had stepped off the stage. Staff members were holding back the crowd rushing toward him. Nina. The distance between Vincent and me wasn't far, but dozens of people were crammed in between. Vincent could only wave anxiously at me. See you backstage. I have a gift for you. Vincent pointed toward the backstage area and made his way there with the help of the staff. Feeling a cold, piercing chill from behind, I didn't need to turn around to know it was Lily's gaze. You little bitch. Just you wait. I was about to turn around and snap back at Lily when a sudden warmth settled on my shoulder. Lily's harsh words were drowned out by the curve of Ryan's lips. Ryan wrapped an arm around my shoulders and led me away. The sunlight fell on his fair skin, reflecting so brightly it seemed to shine straight into my heart. Later, I heard that when Lily saw Ryan and me walking away arm in arm, laughing and chatting, she was so furious that she turned and stormed off. Someone must have tripped her because she fell so hard that her dress tore and her shoe came off. In the crowd, with people stepping all over the place, it wasn't just her shoe that was lost. Finding her in the chaos would have been difficult enough. In the end, Lily ran off with one bare foot, clutching her torn dress. In the crowd, a man in a black shirt laughed so hard he doubled over. Humph. Serves you right for bullying my sister. Pushing open the backstage door, I found Vincent spinning in circles on the floor. The moment he saw me, he jumped up on the spot. "Oh, my sweet girl, you're finally here. I've missed you so much, little sister." Vincent picked me up and spun me around until I was dizzy, then set me down. He staggered a few steps before steadying himself and grinned at me. Was this really the same cold, domineering Vincent I had been a fan of for 5 years? He had flaws. Vincent began pulling out gifts, both big and small. A first birthday gift, a little silver locket. A second birthday gift, a pink dress. A third birthday gift, a Barbie doll. An 18th birthday gift, a designer bag from a luxury brand. Looking at the gifts spread across the table, my nose tingled, and hot tears rolled down my cheeks. Bang! The door was shoved open forcefully, and a hearty laugh shattered the mood I had just built up. Ha! Let me tell you guys, that Lily. What the? Who made you cry? Mason firmly cupped my face with both hands, but Vincent pushed him away. Be gentle. You're hurting my sweet girl. The sudden outpouring of affection was a bit overwhelming, especially from this third brother who had completely overturned my perception. I cleared my throat softly. I'm fine. Now that my second and third brothers are here, where's my eldest brother? Is Ryan my fourth brother? Mason shot Ryan a disdainful look. He is not. He is your child bride. Huh. My jaw nearly dropped in shock, but Ryan remained unfazed, not even showing a hint of emotion. Was he admitting it? Who in my family had such a preference? As for the eldest brother, he's too busy. You probably won't get to see him anytime soon. Right now, I had no mind to think about my eldest brother. My head was filled with gossip about the child bride. Ryan was indeed fair-skinned, with sweet dimples when he smiled. But no matter how I looked at it, I couldn't tell who might like Ryan. I thought it wouldn't be appropriate to ask directly. Just as I was wondering what to call Ryan, how many sisters-in-law should I address him as? Mason's voice sounded beside my ear. Are you overthinking things? Looking at Mason's face, so close to mine, I stammered guiltily. Is it obvious? Yes. We all like girls. Mason is your child bride. After Mason's explanation, I finally understood that Ryan and I had actually known each other for a long time. Back in our grandfather's generation, the two families were very close. Since both families shared the surname, the children's names were also quite similar. In elementary school, Ryan was a chubby kid who often got bullied. At that time, I was tall for my age, and boys my age were afraid of me. I happened to come across Ryan being bullied twice, and both times I stepped in to help. After that, Ryan started secretly following me around all day, using my presence to intimidate others, and it actually worked in scaring off those troublemakers. Little did anyone know, I stopped growing after reaching 167 centimeters by the time I graduated elementary school. As the other kids caught up and stopped fearing me, Ryan no longer followed me around. Instead, he began training hard in taekwondo. In our second year of middle school, Ryan's parents went out on an errand and got into a car accident, leaving him all alone. My dad, feeling sorry for him, took him in and transferred him to the same school as my brothers. During that time, Ryan lived in a daze, spending his days either getting into fights or holed up in internet cafes. When he heard I was being bullied, Ryan donated 80 million in my father's name just to get the school to accept him. He also began turning over a new leaf, cleaning up his appearance and behaving more properly. On his first day at the new school, Ryan beat up every boy who had ever bullied me. As for the girls, he made them fight each other while he watched. Ryan's reputation as the school's top troublemaker skyrocketed overnight. The principal, having accepted the donation, had no choice but to grit his teeth and apologize to the parents of those involved. Regarding the 80 million, my father said that if Ryan and I were to marry, it would count as my dowry. If we didn't end up together, I would have to repay him myself after inheriting the family business. So, in the end, I was the one who got the short end of the stick. I was added to a group chat called 3 Protectors and a Child Bride. My eldest brother's profile picture was a flag, and I had never once seen his avatar appear in the chat. On the day of the school anniversary, after changing into my performance outfit and waiting backstage, my eldest brother finally sent his first message in the group. He said he had time that evening and wanted to meet us at the restaurant across from the school. Given my third brother's special status, I specifically called the restaurant to reserve a corner table. Just as I hung up, I heard someone calling my name outside the door. To prevent fans from rushing in, the backstage entrance was guarded by several security personnel. Lily couldn't get in, so she stood at the door shouting. I didn't want to deal with her at first, but the noise was giving me a headache. What do you want? I stood at the door, rubbing my temples. Was she trying to annoy me to death so I'd give up on performing? Lily opened her palm, revealing a small silver tiara hairpin. This is for you. My dad was fired and our family is in chaos now. I've already paid the price. Can you forgive me? Before I could even think of refusing, Lily placed the tiara in my hair. The host was already announcing my performance. With no time to think, I turned and ran onto the stage. After the dance ended, thunderous applause erupted from the audience. I vaguely heard some of the people who used to follow Lily whispering. I never knew Nina could dance so much better than Lily. As for Lily, she was staring coldly at me. Her expression wasn't admiration or jealousy, it was pity. My gut told me something was off about her. After leaving the stage, I carefully held the hairpin Lily had given me in my hand. Just as I was about to find Ryan to share my thoughts, I ran into Rita passing by. Hey! I tapped Rita on the head from behind and took the chance to slip the hairpin into her hair. What do you want? Nothing. Your hair looks nice. Rita rolled her eyes and walked away, muttering under her breath, Weirdo. I quickly texted Ryan and then followed Rita from a distance. Rita went to the restaurant across from the school by herself, ordered a bowl of noodles, and ate quietly. Ryan and I sat at our reserved table, watching for a while but noticing nothing unusual. Maybe you're overthinking it? I rested my chin on my hand and watched a little longer, beginning to think I might indeed be overreacting. Just as I was about to look away, 2 men wearing black masks and hats pulled low walked in. They're here. They're here. I nervously watched the 2 men. Instead of approaching Rita, they walked toward me. My heart sank. I wondered if Ryan could take on 2 people at once. Ryan tilted his head, blocking my view. Why are you so nervous? They're just your 2 brothers. When I looked up again, the 2 men were standing right in front of me. After they took off their masks, I couldn't help but roll my eyes. I understand why third brother is dressed like that, but what about you, second brother? Are you worried someone might recognize you as a top-tier hacker? Hey, the atmosphere just called for it. Every time I see Mason, my head starts to ache. What should I do? I'm asking for advice online. This is urgent. I pushed Mason aside and looked back at Rita. That was when I noticed a burly man with a scar on his face talking to her, followed by 3 other men. As he spoke, he occasionally reached out to touch Rita, his behavior utterly disgusting. My 2 brothers and Ryan followed my gaze and noticed it as well. Are they here for you? I nodded to Ryan. I think so. What would you like to do? Even though Rita had often sided with Lily and caused trouble for me, I didn't want her to fall into those men's clutches because of me. The scar-faced man had already started pulling Rita by her clothes, dragging her outside. A few customers tried to step in, but the 3 men behind the scar-faced man warned them off, and they backed down. No matter what, we have to save her first. As soon as I finished speaking, Ryan and my 2 brothers rushed over and started fighting the men. Vincent usually had bodyguards with him whenever he went out. He had never been in a real fight before. Within moments, he was sporting bruises on his face. A man outside saw this and rushed in, pulling a badge from his pocket and holding it up. Police. Nobody move. The situation was quickly brought under control. I went over to help Rita, who was sitting on the floor crying. When my eyes met the plainclothes police officers, he looked somewhat embarrassed. I wanted to make a better impression on you, but I guess I still come across as the tough guy. His words made it clear who he was. I quickly waved my hands. No, eldest brother. This isn't tough, it's cool. Really? If you like it, I can teach you. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw Ryan shaking his head vigorously, while Vincent and Mason had their eyes closed. At the time, I didn't understand their expressions. I just thought they didn't appreciate how cool my eldest brother was. It was only later that I realized I was too young and naive. Based on my description, eldest brother eventually discovered that the men had indeed been hired by Lily, and they were meant to kidnap me. Lily faced legal consequences and was completely ruined. Finally, I could focus on preparing for the college entrance exams. Vincent ended up trending on social media because of the fight, with rumors of his downfall spreading everywhere. But after the official announcement that Vincent had helped the police capture criminals, his career soared to new heights. Years later, my parents transferred the company to Ryan and me as part of my dowry. The day after our wedding, I rubbed my sleepy eyes and read the message my mom had sent me. Thanks for taking over. Your dad and I are already insomnia. Don't bother us unless it's important. P.S. Even if it is important, still don't bother us. I feel like I've been tricked. Is it too late to back out now? Too late. Ryan flipped over, pinning me beneath the covers.